Hey guys, what's up there? This is me, DV, and I welcome you to our channel, United Chokros from Mumbai. It is a match day, game day, and it is Everton versus Manchester United. It's at 6 o'clock Indian Standard Time, and pardon me if I'm not excited about this because nothing in Manchester United looks to be excited. You know, we are 15th in the league, players are not doing well, and another manager is on the verge of getting sacked. There's nothing good or excited or positive around Manchester United. I have lots to talk about today. In fact, I want to talk about Gunnar Solskjaer, the things that he said in his press conference. I want to talk about, of course, today's game against Everton, and then I was speaking about Pochettino and then managers that we are linked to. So there's lots to discuss and talk about today. Guys, make sure that you watch till the end of this video. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, and if you like this video, hit the like button. So guys, talking about Gunnar Solskjaer first, his press conference, the things that he said. This was, I was very surprised and shocked after watching this press conference because, I'll discuss this one by one. So when he was asked about players, so here's what he said. Now, players are working very hard and they look to be very focused. It doesn't look like they're working hard and they are focused because, it's just not about football. You take any job for that instance, any job that you do, if you are working hard, if you're staying focused, if you have the will to do, good at your job, the performance will speak for itself. You do not have to come out and say the players are doing well and they are focused. If they are doing well, they are working hard, they are focused, it will reflect their performance on the pitch. But sadly, on the pitch, it looks the other way around. They are least interested. They do not want to do well. As long as the pockets are filled, they are very happy with it. So that's what it looks like. He also went on to say, and this is the interesting part here. There is a lot of strain at this moment on the players, and it is not the same without fans in the ground. Playing with uncertainty and times that we are living in, it is not easy for the players physically and mentally. Now I'm completely speechless by what he said. You cannot say that. You just cannot say that. Because of the COVID-19 situation, since the whole world was affected since March, lots of people have lost their life. Thousands of people have lost a job. A lot of people still don't have jobs. They're not able to feed themselves and the family. Situation in the world is really bad. And he wants us to sympathize with a bunch of players who are earning millions, who have been served everything on a silver platter. The life they are living is a completely luxurious life. They're given everything, every single thing that they ask for has been given to them. And he wants us to sympathize with these guys because of the COVID-19 situation, and it's affected them physically and mentally. I'm sorry, but I really feel this guy is completely out of his mind. You just cannot say that. So many people are struggling in this world. They do not have this kind of lifestyle. They're somehow struggling to stand on their feet and feed their families. And this guy wants us to be sympathetic with a group of players who are living a luxurious lifestyle. Completely not done. You need to analyze yourself. You need to know what you're speaking. And I'm sure Manchester United PR team will give him a feedback on this because you cannot just say that. This is completely unacceptable. And then and look at this now. And he was asked about Everton players. Everton. He said Everton are really doing well. Calvert-Lewin is scoring lots of goals. So let me get this straight. Everton players who are apparently paid lot less than our players are not affected by fans not being in the ground, are not affected physically and mentally by the stress of COVID-19. So apparently all this is only applicable to Manchester United players. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, completely out of his mind. And it looks like a manager who is in the panic situation right now. He knows that his job is at stake. He knows the axe is going to fall on him anytime. This is the manager who is, out of his wits. He doesn't know what to say, because ultimately it's going to happen the same way what happened to Van Gaal and Mourinho. It's all falling into places now. This is the road this is the end of road Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He might not be sacked after the Everton game, but it will surely end by the end of December or maximum by January. So this is how it is now, and he's speaking rubbish. He's talking absolute rubbish. Yes, and he was asked about his job as well. Does he feel secure? Here's what he said. Club have backed me and they are behind me. So he apparently said, they have backed him and they're standing right behind him. Yes, of course they're standing right behind him. They're standing right behind him with a knife, waiting to stab him right in the back. As long as the moment he slips more, he's going to stabbed in the back by the board. So, absolutely yes, they are standing right behind him with that knife. And he went on to say, I want these players to go out and enjoy themselves. I'm tired. I am seriously sick and tired of this statement. Since the time has come at the club, this is a patent statement. I want players to enjoy themselves on the pitch. Doesn't look like they are enjoying. They are least interested. As long as the pockets are filled, they get their wages on time, and they don't care, because these are Manchester United players. They are not Manchester United fans. Fans like you and me who want the club to succeed, who actually care about the club, who want our club to do well on the pitch. These players are not the same as the fans. They, at the end of the day, they are playing for money. As long as their pockets are filled, as long as they are getting their wages on time, it really doesn't matter to them. And they know at the end of the day, the blame will fall on the manager, and the manager will be sacked, and a new manager will come in. They will, turn up on the pitch for the new manager. They will start winning few games, and the process will continue. The players know, their job is safe, and they have a contract in place. So no matter even if they don't perform, they will get the money. It's the same. Look at Jones and Rojo. They don't care. They never moved out of Manchester United because they were not getting a prospect with a different club who were offering the same wages. Yes, they were getting offers, but they didn't want to go because no one was offering the same wage as Manchester United were offering currently, and they have a huge contract with them. So it's very simple. The players don't care about the manager. It's all about getting that lifestyle, going onto the social media, and getting your pockets filled with huge wages. This is all for these players. And Roy Keane was right in saying they put Mourinho under the bus. They will do the same with Oli. And he's absolutely right. There are a lot of players in that team still who put Mourinho under the bus, who went against Mourinho, and these players are still in the club. I don't want to name any players right now, but the same group of players are still at the club. No, I was not happy with Mourinho. The first place, I don't even think we should. I don't think even we should have hired him in the first place after Van Gaal was sacked. But yeah, the club's decision, and he made a lot of mess at the club. He sold Daily Blind, and he made a mess with Martial. A number 9. He took away his jersey, and he wanted to play as a striker. He played him on the left hand side, and he was critical of him. A lot of things that the way he treated Bastian Schweinsteiger, the signings that he made. A lot of things that were questionable about him. But at the end of the day, the people who put Mourinho under the bus, the people who made sure Mourinho lost the job, were the players. And it's the same bunch of players at the club. Nothing much has changed. And he also said that there is too much being made of us not scoring against Chelsea and Arsenal. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? You dropped 5 points at home, and you're telling us that we are making too much out of it. You haven't scored a single goal in these 2 matches, and you're playing at Old Trafford. Yes, I know you have an excuse that we are not playing in front of the fans, but most of the European teams are not playing in front of the fans. Forget about European clubs. Let's talk about Premier League clubs. Liverpool are not playing in front of the fans. Manchester City are not playing in the front of the fans. Everton, Leicester City, none of these clubs are playing in front of the fans. Yes, there are some weird results. If you take the Aston Villa and Liverpool game, Liverpool lost 7-2. But that had nothing to do with the fans. Liverpool played at Villa Park. So irrespective of the fans, if they turned up or not, Liverpool might have lost that game. So, the excuse that he keeps on giving, like if you see the thumbnail of this video, say the Excuses FC. That's what we are, to become Excuses FC, and he has excuse for each and everything. And that's all. And this is what he said about in his press conference. I think this is the worst press conference he's ever had since he became the Manchester United manager. And there is nothing good that I can take from this press conference. Stupid random things he's talked about, it's like he's begging he's literally begging the players, please go out and perform for me. I want you to save my job. He's literally begging these players to save his job. That's what it looks like, because he's backing them so much. These players need a stick up their ass. Seriously, you need someone like Roy Keane in the dressing room who can kick the shit out of these players, because week in, week out, they do the same kind of performance. Crap, absolutely crap performance. Spoiled brats, getting paid, heavily overpaid, and not performing, giving that stupid excuse, and then they'll come out on social media and say, we had a bad game, but we'll get our act together, it's time we stuck together and got 3 points, and then they will win the next game, and then you say, here we go, 3 points in the bag. The journey starts right now. We need to, win more games. We are tired. The fans are tired. We are sick of this post. Stop doing this on social media. We no longer care what you speak. What you do on the pitch consistently. More importantly, consistently. That matters to us the most. You don't post anything on social media. Absolutely fine. We don't care about your social media. What we care about is what you do on that bloody damn pitch. And you repeatedly fail to do that. So this is what he said in his press conference. Now, where do we go from here? This reminds me of a famous song. Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? Where do we go? Apparently, Manchester United News have come out and said Manchester United are in talks with Mauricio Pochettino for the managerial job. And, Manchester Evening News are a pretty credible outlet, because apparently if Manchester United club if they want to leak anything out through their PR and media team, they do it through Manchester Evening News. So the people in Manchester Evening News are very close to the Old Trafford hierarchies, and if they have said that United are in talks with Pochettino for the managerial job, there is something going on. There is absolutely something going on. And because talking about Pochettino, he's been a good manager. He's had a good time with the Tottenham Hotspurs. He took them to the Champions League final, and he made sure till the time he was there at the club, they qualified for the Champions League every season, which most of the Tottenham managers have not been able to do consistently. That was a good part about him. But if you look at the run, Spurs run in the Champions League final, building up to the Champions League final, in the group stage they finished second with 8 points, and they qualified on the goal difference. So it was not a convincing way to go into the next stage. They were lucky to get in the finals, because I think Ajax deserved to be in the final the way they played. It was a magical 3 goals from Lucas Moura which got them through the finals, and they didn't even look convincing in that final game against Liverpool. So now talking about today's game, there's not much I want to discuss, because I think we will end up winning this game, because some of the players will show up after that press conference and they will go on to do well. For formation, for me, I would still want to see the diamond in place with the Donny van der Beek and Bruno Fernandes playing, but I think that won't be the case. He will go with that defensive mind, because he wants to save his job now. So that will be a back four of Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof and Shaw. There will be Fred and McTominay who will be sitting right in front of them, protecting the back four. and then we'll have Bruno Fernandes, number 10, Mata on the right, Rashford on the left, and Martial on the centre forward. This will be our lineup, and we will rely heavily on Mata and Bruno Fernandes to provide those goal scoring opportunities for Rashford and Martial. And as always, McTominay and Fred will sit out there, run like workhorses and do what they've been told to do. There'll be no creativity or nothing of that sort. They will just sit back and protect the back four, and we may end up winning 1-0 or 2-0, if we get a lot of opportunity to do a counter attack. Ancelotti is a smart manager. He will have his plans in place. So I think still we'll win this game. Maybe 1-0 or 2-0 or 2-1. That will be the scoreline. But I don't think it should affect anything, because apparently the road to the end for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has already begun. I think his fate was sealed. It was, this thing was activated when the transfer window was closed and we didn't buy a centre back and a right winger. These were the two priority signings. We didn't do that. He was knocked back, and after that, everything that's been leading to this point has been all negative. Yes, we had a couple of good moments against PSG and Leipzig, but apart from that, in the Premier League, we've been horrible, and we lost against minnows in the Champions League, Istanbul, Başakşehir. We should have won that game. Defensively, we were shit again. So yes, his fate was sealed when the transfer market was closed and he was not backed with the players. So even if he loses today to Everton, he still may not be sacked. If he was the Real Madrid or a Barcelona manager, they would have sacked him. They don't wait that long. But with Manchester United, you all know the process is delayed and delayed. Mourinho should have been sacked in October, but they waited till Christmas and then they sacked him. It's the same thing with Louis van Gaal. And if you look at the situation back then and situation right now, there's a lot of resemblance. When Louis van Gaal should have been, according to me, Louis van Gaal should have been sacked in Christmas, but they waited till the end of the season. And all the rumors in the media were circulating that United were in talks with Mourinho. Now, United people came out and said that they trust in Van Gaal, they trust in his style of play, they are backing him, and he was even communicated the same thing. But at the end of the season, it exactly opposite happened. They sacked him and they hired Mourinho. We all knew that was written, and we all know it's going to happen again. They will sack Solskjaer and they will hire Pochettino. This is what is going to happen. Now, if you talk about for me, if I was given an option, I would if Ole was to get sacked, I would rather sack him after the Everton game. Two reasons: because it will give the incoming manager much more time with the team. We have an international break that will allow the manager to come and settle in, and he will get to know the players much better, rather than sacking overnight and we have another game in 2 days and then the manager has to come and suddenly take over. This international break will help the manager. Also, we have played under like 7 games. 7 games. So there's still almost like 80 to 90% of the season left. So if the new manager comes in, brings him that positivity, gets along with the players, he can put in his style of play, I think we may be able to get into the top 4. Otherwise, it looks very difficult for me, because if you wait till Christmas, you will drop a lot of points. And then whoever the new manager comes in, even if he's a world-class manager, for that matter, let's say if even someone like Jurgen Klopp or Pep Guardiola would come in, even they wouldn't be able to get us to the top 4. So ideally, if you want to sack Ole, I would rather do it after this game. It makes no sense to wait till Christmas and then bring in a new manager. Now, before I end this video, I want to do this. I want to ask you guys. I will also answer this question. If we sack Ole, who according to you should be our next manager? Now, from the managers that we have linked to Pochettino, Max Allegri, and Nagelsmann. Now, if you ask me personally, I really like Luis Enrique, and I would want him to be the manager of Manchester United. But out of the three contenders that we are looking at, I think for me it's Nagelsmann, because a very young manager who has an attacking style of play. He has his own style and ideas. So it will be really good that he manager like his quality comes into the club, and it will be like a fresh boost. And he's done so good with so much with so less at Leipzig. So yeah, a positive thing. Pochettino has a sack written over him, so I don't want Pochettino at Manchester United, but I wouldn't be even sad, because at the end of the day it doesn't make a difference. Any manager who comes in will do good. He will have some positivity. Whenever a new manager comes in, the players respond to it. They do well. At the end, we may get into the Champions League next season. We may qualify. The board won't back him, and then again that process will start after 2 years, back to square one. That's what will happen. If we don't change the style of the way we handle the club. The players are not changed. The style, the management doesn't change, and this is going to happen. And here's I want to know from you guys also. Please put in your comment section who according to you should be the ideal candidate to replace Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We've been linked to three managers. It's Max Allegri, Mauricio Pochettino, and Nagelsmann from Leipzig. Now, if you ask me, I would want Luis Enrique of Spain to manage Manchester United. I really like him as a manager, but it's like an impossible task, to get him to Manchester United, because he's really happy with the Spanish national team. So out of the three contenders that we have, I would go with Nagelsmann, a young manager, 36 years of age, and he's done pretty well at Leipzig. He's done so much with so less that the performance speaks for itself. Pochettino will be an upgrade to Solskjaer, but I don't think he's that good to win us titles. For that matter, any manager who comes in, even if you get in Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp tomorrow, I don't think with this board and with this set of players we can win a title. It's literally impossible unless the board changes their approach and the entire dressing room is changed. I don't think it will matter. So guys, please put in your comment section. Let me know who according to you should be the next manager of Manchester United if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to get sacked. And I'm telling you right now, it's all written in the wall. He is going to get sacked. I don't want him to get sacked. I really like him as a manager, and but yes, you cannot learn at the job. He's been making those mistakes again and again. But my point is the same. Sacking a manager and hiring a different one is not going to make any difference. Mark my words, after 2 years, we'll be back to the same position. Pochettino is hired. After 2 years, he'll be in the exact same situation as Ole is, and he'll be sacked again. This is what we're going to repeat. The cycle is repeating itself. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much for showing your love for this channel, and please keep on doing so. And take care of yourselves, guys, and your loved ones. You have a great day. See you after the game. I'll be back day after tomorrow with the post-match reactions of Everton versus Manchester United, and I also bring in some more news if we have any other updates. Till then, thank you guys. Take care. Bye bye.